The United States is often projected to the world as a monolith of endless wealth and unbridled opportunity. But if we peel back the layers, a different reality emerges. It is a country of massive proportions, both in terms of geography and demographics. With a population that has now exceeded 340 million people, it is a demographic giant spanning an entire continent. Because of this massive size, it should be noted that different regions of the nation live in completely different economic realities. The lifestyle in one corner of the map can be entirely alien to another. If we analyze each of these regions, we can discuss the stark contrast between the richest and poorest states. Generally, states like New Jersey, Maryland, and Massachusetts are considered the richest states in the United States. In these areas, the economic output is incredibly high. High salaries are paid to workers in sectors like biotechnology, finance, and government contracting. Furthermore, the education system in these states is of very high quality, rivaling the best in the world. Therefore, it is quite difficult for newcomers to settle in these regions due to the high cost of entry, even though there is a great demand to live there. Number 1, the poorest states. But on the other side of the coin, we must ask, why is a specific part of the United States considered the poorest? The state that sadly holds this title is Mississippi. This state is often referred to in health statistics as the sickest state in America due to poor health outcomes and lack of infrastructure. The economic situation here is severe. The number of people living in poverty in the 20s remains high, hovering around 19% of the total population. This state has been a key factor in American elections for many years, with the people giving power to two major parties from time to time, hoping for change. But many residents feel that no administration has been able to do this state any significant justice or break the cycle of generational poverty. Louisiana is also famous for this difficult economic reality. As a state with a large number of people living in extreme poverty, Louisiana has a total population of roughly 4.5 million people, and nearly 18.6% of them live in poverty. This means hundreds of thousands of people are struggling daily. The situation is similar in the state of New Mexico. It is reported that a large number of people there live in extreme poverty, particularly in rural and native reservation areas. Number 2, the truth about the poverty line. To understand these struggles, we must look at the official data. According to the data reports of the United States federal government for 2024 and 2025, the poverty line is stated as follows. If an individual under the age of 65 has an annual income of less than approximately $15,060, he is considered to be a person living in poverty in the United States. Similarly, the threshold for a senior over the age of 65 is slightly different, but still hovers around that $15,000 mark. If we consider a family, the numbers rise, but they are still shockingly low for a developed nation. For a family of 3, the annual income poverty threshold is approximately $25,820. If there are 4 people in the family, the federal government reports that their poverty threshold is $31,200. Similarly, if there are children under the age of 18, the costs are higher. The poverty line for larger families increases by roughly $5,380 for each additional person. Number 3, cost of living and the middle-class crisis. It is crucial to understand that while a value like $31,000 might seem like a large amount of money in a developed country like Portugal and the United States, this is destitution. The fact that these values represent poverty is due to the astronomical cost of living in America, rather than the cost of living in Southern Europe or other developed nations. In the US, rent alone can cost $20,000 a year. According to recent census reports, more than 37 million people have officially fallen below this poverty line. In the United States, young adults starting their 20s and children have seen their poverty rates increase significantly. The main reason for this recent spike was the huge disruption in the American economy due to the aftershocks of the pandemic and the inflation that followed. This inequality has been highly publicized. According to domestic and foreign media, the income of the richest billionaires in the country is growing exponentially, while the poorest stagnate. According to modern data reports, the increase in the cost of living is destroying the stability of the American middle class. It seems like a flash in the pan today, but a shocking report revealed that nearly half of U.S. workers, representing millions of people, cannot even save enough to cover an emergency payment of $500. The vast majority of the middle-class people effectively do not have a single dollar in liquid savings in their bank accounts. They are living paycheck to paycheck. The report says that the total amount of debt owed by the average American citizen on credit cards has now exceeded $1.13 trillion. The cost of living has increased dramatically over the past decade, far outpacing wages. Number 4. Homelessness, crime, and conclusion. You may have also heard that the number of homeless people in America has increased significantly. The figures are staggering. According to data reports published in 2024 by the Department of Housing and Urban Development, there were over 653,000 homeless people in America on a single night. This number has increased by roughly 100,000 since the previous counts. The phenomenon of homeless people living on the streets in tent cities is unique to the U.S. among wealthy nations. Although these figures might seem small compared to the total population, the visibility is high. It is reported that while in wealthy European cities we might see isolated cases of homelessness, in the United States, you see encampments of hundreds of people in major cities. You can see it especially when you travel to urban centers in America. These encampments exist on both sides of the country, east and west. They are a major challenge not only to pedestrians, but also to the surrounding business places, creating social friction. Another phenomenon linked to poverty is the increase in underground economies. In the United States, prostitution is banned in most areas, yet street-level sex work has increased significantly in recent years as a means of survival for the desperate. In addition to this, we must discuss crime. In 2020, during the pandemic, there was an unusually large increase in violent crime in the United States. However, while violent crime has decreased slightly since the 2020 peak, drug use and trafficking have increased significantly. Many young people who fall on the streets due to poverty are heavily addicted to drugs, specifically opioids and fentanyl. This is a tragedy of despair. Foreign media reports correctly that many Americans are facing a substantial increase in the cost of living. Yet, the United States remains a land of incredible resilience and innovation. It is a complex story of a global superpower grappling with deep internal challenges, constantly striving to balance its immense wealth with the needs of its people. The story of the American economy is not over. It is constantly evolving. If you want to keep exploring these global stories with us, hit the like button and subscribe. What do you think lies ahead for the U.S. economy? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.